Hi friends, in this video, we will learn more about the selection statements available in Python. Selection statements, also known as decision-making statements, control the flow of a program based on the outcome of one or many test expressions. If the condition is satisfied, then the underlying code block is executed. There is also a provision to execute another code block if the condition is not satisfied. Let us go through the process of selection flow with the help of a flowchart. The flow begins when the program starts when the script is executed. Based on the user input, some variables are initialized. We encounter the first decision node where the variables are tested for condition 1. In case the test condition 1 is satisfied, it returns true and the code block 1 is executed. In case there are any remaining statements which are outside the selection statements, they are executed, post which the code execution stops. Alternatively, in case test condition 1 is not satisfied and it returns false, then we may or may not test for another condition. In this case, we will go ahead and test for another condition, condition 2. In case condition 2 is satisfied, code block 2 is executed. In case there are any remaining statements which are outside the selection statements, they are executed, post which the execution stops. In case condition 2 is not satisfied, code block 3 is executed. Again, in case there are any remaining statements which are outside the selection statements, they are executed, post which the execution stops. Python supports the if compound statement, which provides this control. The if statement comprises if keyword followed by the test expression, followed by a colon, and an indented block of code which gets executed if the condition is satisfied. Optionally, one or many elif clause each followed by their respective test conditions and the corresponding code blocks. Finally, there can be an optional else clause which contains a code block that gets executed if none of the above if or elif conditions are satisfied. Let us take a look at an example code snippet that demonstrates the usage of if statement. In this code, age, EMP and C score are three variables whose values are input by the user. The variable age represents the age of the loan applicant. The bool EMP represents whether the applicant is currently employed, and C score represents the credit score of the applicant. Let us initialize a variable result which will store the computed result based on the selection conditions. It is currently assigned the value none as the actual result is not yet available for assignment. Now we check for the condition if age is less than 26 and the applicant is not employed. If the expression is evaluated as true, then the string loan rejected is assigned to the variable result. If the above condition is not satisfied, then elif clause can be used to test for another expression. In this case, we check if the age of the applicant is greater than 35 and his or her credit score is less than 600. If the expression is evaluated as true, then the string loan rejected is assigned to variable result. In case both if and elif conditions are not satisfied, the else block is triggered and the string loan approved is assigned to the variable result. Finally, after the loan outcome is evaluated, the result is displayed. Let us now visualize this snippet using the control flow diagram. The flow begins when the program starts when the script is executed. Based on the user input variables age, EMP and C-score are initialized. Also, the variable result is initialized to none. We encounter the first decision node where we test if the age of the applicant is less than 26 and the applicant is not employed. If the condition is satisfied, the value of variable result is updated to string loan rejected. As the outcome is now determined, the result is output and the execution stops. In case the applicant's age is greater than or equal to 26 or the applicant is employed, then the condition is not satisfied and we move on to the next condition where we test if the age of the applicant is greater than 35 and the credit score is less than 600. If the condition is satisfied, the value of the variable result is updated to string loan rejected. As the result has been evaluated, it is output and the execution stops. In case the condition is not satisfied, then the value of variable result is updated to string loan approved. As there are no more decision making statements, the result is output and the execution stops.